In a previous video we talked about preloading chunks with webpack, and in this video I would like to go over a case where we have a preloaded module that also preloads another module. So if in the previous video we had this diagram, which is basically the chunk graph for our demo app, where we have the index.js file which dynamically imports a.js, which in turn dynamically imports a1.js with this magic comment webpack preload. Let me quickly show you what the result is so that we can have a base to build upon. So we have this small app, we have just refresh the page and we see the main.js file which corresponds to this index.js file here. Now we have this file a.js. Let me also show you the original code so that things are a bit more clear. So we have this index.js file which imports a.js, and although it has the webpack preload magic comment, the a module won't be preloaded for reasons that we have discussed in the previous video. But a.js will import a1.js with this flag set to true. And what this means is that if we want to dynamically load a.js, a1.js will also be fetched by the browser, and the content will be stored in the browser's cache, such that when we want to actually use a1.js, we will have the content served directly from the cache instead of having to make another HTTP request. So if you look at the console, when we want to use a1.js, we simply have this file served from the cache, from the browser's cache. So this was the previous example. What I want to explore in this video is, what if we have this scenario here where a dynamically imported module also fetches another module by the same means, which is dynamically. So I'm curious to see what will happen under the hood if we encounter this scenario. I haven't done any preparation for this video, so I don't know the exact answer. My expectation is that since a1.js is imported dynamically via by a.js, and a1.js also requires a2.js to be dynamically to be preloaded, my expectation is that as soon as we load a.js, we will also see a1 and a2 being fetched by the browser and stored in the cache. Now I guess it would be a good, so this was let's say my supposition. Now what I would like to do is to try my hypothesis and see if I was wrong or right. And after that, doesn't matter if I'm wrong or right, I would like to go over the why, or in other words, why does it work, or why doesn't it work. So let's see what we have to do. I would first copy this module so that we have a new file here. I would call it a2.js. Maybe this should be the content of a1. So let's have it like this. Okay, this would be a2. So this would be a2. Let's also change the names here. Okay, let's also go here, and now we have the a2 file, and now we should change the content of this file, which should be called, okay, I'm having a very bad time typing on the new keyboard. Okay, so this would be A2. Okay, let's change some names here. Okay, so we should have here A1. Let's also go here and make it like that. Now instead of importing A1, we will also import A2. Okay, we should have it like this now, and it should work. Now I should also look into the DOM or the HTML for this, but it should be fine. Okay, so A imports A1. This one, let's call this let's not use any event listener, but simply import this file immediately, or maybe let's add it in a function. Let's say function foo, which shouldn't be called, which should never be called, I think, because although we don't invoke foo, or maybe we should keep it like that, and let's use a non-existent selector, so that non-existent, so that this file, this callback will never be invoked, but we still have the import function here, which should be noticed by Webpack, and Webpack should create a new chunk for it. Okay, now I think we're good to go. I'm going to run a Webpack, and it all works great. And now let's see if it indeed works. So my supposition was that as soon as I load A, I should see A1 and A2 as well, which doesn't happen, which is interesting. Then this file also imports, but am I using the webpack preload magic comment? That's a good question. Yes, I'm using it. So okay. Okay, it makes sense. Now if I load this file a1.js, I should be able to see the request for A2. And that's right, and that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, now I get it. So we have the main file here, which is loaded every time. Now if I click on this button, load a.js, Webpack will load this file, or to be more precise, it will fetch this file and store it in the cache. But at this point, the reason we don't see a2.js is because we are not actually executing a1.js. So there couldn't be any request for a2. But now if we actually use a1.js by clicking this button, we have an error because this doesn't exist, this selector, but it isn't a problem because A2 will be fetched. And if we look for a1.js in the sources, we should see it, of course, but we should not be able to see A2 because it is not here yet. It is only part of the browser's cache, because we can see it here being prefetched. Okay, so basically this is what I wanted to show you in this video. I just wanted to show you the way I'm doing things, the way I'm usually learning new stuff. Once I'm having some basic understanding, I try to create hypotheses or suppositions, and I try to come up with an answer, and then I would verify my answer. In this case, I don't think there is a need to go deeper into the source code, because I think it will take a lot of time, which I don't think I have right now, but it is a fun thing to do anyway. So this was it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.